Hi everyone, since it's such a nice day, I thought I'd do something a little bit different and do an outdoor reading vlog. So we got some nice dandelions here and we're going to talk about some books. The first book I'm going to talk about is A Frost in the Night by Edith. It is a buddy read that I did with Todd the Librarian. And I'm going to say that it wasn't my absolute favorite book. I just wish that it would have gotten more into some of the politics and I just wish it got a little bit deeper into things. The book is about a girl named Eva. She is a Jewish girl living in 1930s Germany, and this is about her and her family and, life before Hitler took power and, before it became Nazi Germany and everything. And there was, talk of, will people support this? Will he win this election? And, the ongoings at school and everyday life. And I don't know, I just wish it would have gotten a little bit more into the politics, and I just wish it was a little deeper, a little heavier. It wasn't a bad book. I think I would have enjoyed it more if I had Nook or Audio to follow along with the small print that it had, but I did enjoy it. It's worth picking up. I just wish there was a little bit more to it. The next story I'm going to be talking about is The Little Mermaid, which is quite different in a lot of ways from the Disney adaptation. The Disney version gives her the name Ariel. In the story, she's literally just a little mermaid. And unlike Ariel, who is forbidden, from going to the surface, her and her sisters, I think, if I remember correctly, like when they're 16, they can go, out of the water. Well, not, completely out of the water, but, they can, rise up and see, the sky and the birds and everything. And the story is a lot sadder. I like the Disney movie. It's fun, it's colorful, and such. But this one I enjoyed, and it's a lot more sorrowful and darker. So, in the cartoon version, Ariel sees the prince. She falls it's basically insta-love, and she wants to be human, to do all the good things humans get to do and everything. And there's singing crabs, and you've seen the movie, and it's fun. Whereas in this version, which is obviously the original version, the reason the Little Mermaid, because she's not Ariel in this one, she's just a little mermaid. In this one, mermaids don't actually have souls. So the reason why humans, as her grandmother explains to her, die much younger than mermaids, because in the story I think mermaids live to be 500 years old or something, is because when mermaids die, they become just sea foam, as where humans have an immortal soul. And she wants the prince to fall in love with her, because a human person falling in love with you is the only way for a mermaid to obtain an immortal soul. And there's this thing where when she walks, it feels like knives and everything, and there's the whole thing where she doesn't have her voice, but it's much sadder and everything. And I believe, if I remember correctly, there's something in Greek mythology about some type of sea creature not having souls or something. I'll have to look back into it. But I read this for Merfolk May, which is being hosted by Tyler J. And so check out both Tyler and Todd's channels. The last book I'm going to talk about is a book that I have waited for a year. And that is the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins, the prequel to The Hunger Games. So this prequel follows Coriolanus Snow, who is the protagonist, not the protagonist, the antagonist, bad guy of the original trilogy. And, so this is told in third person. I expected this book to be a lot darker. I wasn't crazy about the fact that we got to see another tribute from District 12. The world is very different at this time. We are only in the 10th Hunger Games, whereas Katniss was in the 74th. And at this point, people aren't watching the games. Like in Katniss's life, the games are treated like a sporting event. It is the biggest thing of the country. It almost unites the country. Whereas this time, there's no mentors because you become a mentor to the tributes of your district once you become a victor. And since there are 24 kids, because there's 12 districts, obviously in the 10th Hunger Games, there's not enough people to be, mentors yet. So Snow, for like a school project to graduate, becomes a mentor, and he's given the District 12 girl. And, there are people in the Capitol questioning things, about haven't we punished the districts enough? I mean, the Hunger Games is a fight to the death amongst children. There are people within the Capitol at this point that, really sees how sick and twisted it is. Whereas, in Katniss's world, it's been, 74 years, and their lifestyles are much different. At this point, people in the Capitol are still recovering from the war, and they're not as wealthy as they are in her time. Things are looked at a lot differently. The games are a lot different because for Katniss, she has watched different arenas, deserts, frozen wastelands, trees, whereas in the beginning they basically just dumped 24 random kids from the districts into this like abandoned amphitheater. And it's not that I was angry when I heard it was about Snow, like a lot of other people were. It's just that I wish we would have gotten more backstory on things. I wish we would have seen from different perspectives, because she wrote it third person, unlike the original trilogy, which was first person. She wrote it third person. And I don't remember too many scenes that were without Snow. Like, I would have liked to just seen what was going on with the different tributes from the different districts, what was going on with them outside of Snow. I wish we would have seen maybe from the point of view of an Avox, and because at this point, Avoxes exist, and it mentions something about when he was a child that, they did like the garbage work and stuff, and his grandmother had said that, like, a tongueless worker is a better worker. So, Avoxes have been around for probably like 70, 80 years. So this is way before the Hunger Games, way before the Dark Days and everything. And I just wish we would have known more about, like, Snow's family, like his parents, because, we know stuff that, like, Katniss liked about her father and such. I just wish we would have gotten more background on Snow, except for little snippets of, like, him being a child during the war and everything. I think this book focused a little bit too much on insta-love. I probably will buy it, but I just wish it could have been so much more backstory on things. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the outside, the birdies chirping, and me talking about books. Anyways, bye-bye. Thanks for watching.